artificial intelligence or AI. It's not really science fiction anymore, is it? It's kind of everywhere. I mean, the assistant on your phone, those shopping recommendations that seem to read your mind. AI is just part of the fabric now. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Our mission today is to sift through a whole stack of information and pull out the really important insights. We want to help you get properly informed about how AI is, well, changing everything.
Exactly. And it's not just that AI is a tool, right? It's more like an accelerant. It boosts what humans can do, sure. But it also shines a huge spotlight on our existing biases. And it forces us to rethink societal norms we've maybe taken for granted. It's fundamentally reshaping work, communication, how we live.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things people worry about, understandably, is jobs. Automation, job security. I remember my husband telling me years ago, his finance team used to manually review hundreds of financial reports every week. Just imagine.
So time-consuming and honestly probably prone to errors, right? Especially by Friday afternoon.
Oh, absolutely. Fatigue sets in. Then they brought in this AI software. It used natural language processing, pattern recognition, and pretty soon it wasn't just finding keywords. It was understanding context, flagging weird transactions, even suggesting audits based on past risks. It saved so much time. Accuracy shot up. Stress levels went way down. But yeah, it also meant some roles weren't as crucial. A few people had to move into different positions.
And that's the classic double-edged sword of AI, isn't it? The World Economic Forum, they predicted AI could replace around 85 million jobs by 2025. Sounds quite scary. But, and this is key, that same report suggests it'll create 97 million new ones. So this raises an important question. Are we as a society ready to adapt? It's not just about a few training courses.
Right. It's a bigger shift. And it's often not total replacement, is it? Sometimes AI is more like a super assistant. Like this teacher I know, she was really skeptical about AI grading tools at first. Could a machine really get the nuances? But she found it actually freed her up. Less time grading routine stuff, more time planning creative lessons, giving that personal feedback. That's where she really shines.
Mm-hmm. Focusing on the human element.
Exactly. Or Paul, he did data entry for ages. AI automated his main tasks. But he didn't get laid off. He learned new skills, data analysis, managing the AI systems, ended up supervising the AI, and Olivia in customer service. AI chatbots took over the basic questions, so she got retrained to handle the really complex, tricky customer issues.
So upskilling into higher value tasks.
Yeah. And Emma in HR AI took over resume scanning, scheduling interviews, all that tedious stuff, so she could focus more on employee well-being, building team culture, things AI, can't really do. Even Michael in manufacturing. He was worried about the robots, learned to program them, got promoted.
What all these stories show, I think, is that AI transforms job descriptions more than it just eliminates jobs outright. It demands we learn new skills, adopt a different mindset. But the crucial thing is making sure that training and education are accessible, continuous. Otherwise, you risk this massive gap widening between those who can adapt and those who get left behind. Inequality could really spiral.
That makes sense. Okay, shifting gears a bit. Let's talk about AI just in our everyday lives. Convenience. My AI calendar assistant, for instance. It helps plan my day, suggests breaks, reminds me about follow-ups, even slots and family time. It genuinely helps. And my friend Rachel, she's a freelance project manager. She uses an AI planner to juggle tons of clients, meetings, deadlines. She calls it her personal assistant that never needs coffee.
It's undeniably efficient. What's fascinating here, though, is finding the right balance. We lean on these tools for convenience, but could we subtly lose some of our own planning skills, cognitive muscles, if you like? It's about using AI to augment us, not letting it make our own abilities atrophy, finding that sweet spot.
That's a really good point. Are we trading something fundamental? And it connects to other things like online shopping. My colleague Sarah, right? She searched for a few baby things last year. Suddenly, ads for diapers, strollers, everything baby-related started popping up everywhere. And while some were useful, it made her stop and think, wow, how much does the internet actually know about me?
And Sarah's question gets right to the heart of some serious privacy concerns. It's not just about the data itself, who owns it, how it's stored. It's the sophisticated conclusions AI can draw from bits of information you might think are harmless. Regulations like Europe's GDPR are trying to give people more control, which is good. But for companies and governments, the real puzzle is setting ethical boundaries around using that data, especially for predicting behavior or selling based on it. And for us, as users, it means being more digitally responsible, right? Understanding what we're clicking agree to.
Definitely. And that extends to smart homes, too. My neighbor, Mr. Thompson, he just kitted out his whole house with smart tech, loves the convenience. But he did admit he sometimes gets this nagging thought, is someone else watching? Could someone hack this?
That's not paranoia. Those are what we call smart risks. They're real. If those connected systems get compromised, it's not just data. It could be your physical security, your privacy in your own home. So the convenience is great, but it absolutely has to come with strong security and us being aware of the potential downsides.
Okay, let's touch on something a bit heavier now, what some call the darker side, AI surveillance. We hear about AI-powered facial recognition being used in some places to monitor public spaces. The argument is crime prevention, but wow, the privacy questions are huge. I remember going through an airport recently. Cameras scanned my face before I even got to the passport desk. It felt efficient, but also unsettling. Like, where does that image go? Who sees it? Can it be misused?
That tension is the core issue, and it's playing out right now in cities worldwide. How do you balance trying to keep people safe with protecting basic civil liberties, like the right to privacy, the right to anonymity in public? Some places using this tech report crime going down, but also more complaints about mistaken identity, often affecting certain groups more than others. This raises an important question. Where do we draw the line between safety and personal freedom, and who decides?
And tied into that is AI bias. These systems learn from the data we feed them. So if that data reflects existing societal biases, well, the AI learns those biases too. Like an AI recruitment tool trained mostly on resumes for men. It might just unintentionally start favoring male candidates, even if women are just as qualified. I actually saw something like this happen. My friend Daniel, super qualified, but his writing style wasn't typical native English. The AI screening tool didn't quite recognize its quality, nearly filtered him out. Luckily, a human HR person reviewed it and saw his potential.
That's a huge problem, and tech companies are genuinely trying to fix it.
Sure.
But it's hard. If we connect this to the bigger picture, having diverse teams building these AI systems is absolutely critical, not just for fairness, but for better AI. I heard an African developer talk about creating a chatbot in local languages. It helps farmers get crop advice that's actually relevant to their specific context. Diversity creates more inclusive and, frankly, more effective AI for everyone.
Another big worry is AI generating misinformation. Deepfakes, fake voices. It's getting scarily good, making it really hard to know what's real online. And that can damage reputations, so distrust. It's serious.
It really underscores the need for a new kind of digital literacy, doesn't it? We can't just scroll passively anymore. We have to actively think critically, ask ourselves, is this video real? Who read this article, a person or a bot? It's a fundamental shift in how we need to interact with information.
Right. But on the flip side, AI does have some amazing public safety uses. Police departments using AI to predict crime hotspots. It helps them allocate resources better. A retired officer, Mr. Brooks, told me it gave him insights they just couldn't see in the raw data before. More proactive policing.
Pattern recognition at scale.
And emergency services, too. During that big wildfire last year, AI maps helped rescue teams pinpoint the highest risk zones, saving precious time. And Simon, a paramedic friend, told me how AI helped dispatch his ambulance faster to a heart attack patient. He felt it genuinely made a difference in saving that life.
These are powerful examples. But what's crucial here is the distinction. AI provides insights, it provides speed, it optimizes the how. But the judgment call, the ethical decision, the why and the what if, that has to stay human. A machine can suggest a course of action, but a person, especially in high-stakes situations, must make the final decision.
That human oversight is key, which also brings up the digital divide. AI isn't experienced the same way everywhere, is it? Big cities might have smart traffic and ride-sharing apps integrated into daily life, but rural areas, maybe not so much. My cousin Emily runs a small organic farm. She initially thought AI was just, for tech people in cities. But then she found these AI tools online predicting local weather with crazy accuracy, detecting early signs of plant disease from photos, optimizing water use. It totally changed her perspective and her farming.
Emily's story is fantastic because it shows AI isn't just for Silicon Valley. It has applications everywhere. But it also highlights the challenge. How do we make sure everyone gets the training and access needed to use these tools effectively and responsibly? We need to ensure equal access to AI benefits. Otherwise, technology just widens the gap between the haves and have-nots. Work like Sophia's, bringing affordable AI tools to rural South America, is vital for tackling that inequality head-on.
Let's talk about some core sectors now. Healthcare, for example. AI is making incredible leaps. Algorithms that can spot signs of cancer or heart disease in scans, sometimes even earlier than human doctors. I have a doctor friend who was initially quite skeptical about AI reading x-rays, but now he sees it as a vital safety net. It catches subtle things he might miss after a long, tiring shift. It's like a second pair of expert eyes.
Exactly. And it goes beyond diagnostics. AI is also helping manage hospitals better. Think about Nurse Laura's hospital. They use an AI system that predicts patient admissions. This helps them manage beds, staff rotos. It reduces waiting times, optimizes resources. We're also seeing AI in mental health apps, tracking mood patterns, maybe suggesting resources or connecting users to therapists. But what's fascinating here is how AI can enhance care. But that human connection, that empathy in therapy or between a doctor and patient, that remains utterly irreplaceable.
So true. And what about education? AI is really shaking things up there too. Personalized learning plans are a big one. AI tools that adapt on the fly to how a student is doing with, say, grammar or math problems. Mr. Harris, a high school teacher, uses AI to give his students instant feedback on their writing assignments. It frees them up for deeper discussions. And kids are even learning to code simple AI now. I heard about one young boy who wanted to build a robot to help his grandma cook. How amazing is that?
It's incredibly inspiring. But again, the balance is key. AI can support teachers, handle administrative tasks, personalize practice, but it can't replace the teacher's ability to inspire, to connect emotionally, to motivate a student who's struggling. And crucially, as kids grow up immersed in AI, we need to teach them critical thinking about AI, teach them ethics. They're the ones who will shape its future, after all.
Definitely. Okay, transportation. Autonomous cars are probably the most visible example. They're being tested all over. I actually rode in one at a tech show. It was incredibly smooth, very impressive tech. But it definitely made me nervous thinking about, well, those ethical dilemmas. What if it has to choose in an accident scenario? Passenger versus pedestrian, how does it decide?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And those ethical frameworks, those incredibly difficult choices, they must be decided by humans through societal debate and regulation, not programmed in isolation by engineers. AI is also helping design smarter cities, analyzing traffic flow, like that traffic light system you mentioned, reducing jams by nearly 30%. That's huge. Civil engineers like Mark use AI to model pollution, energy use, planning more efficient infrastructure. But again, AI provides the data, the optimization, the vision for what kind of city we want to live in. That comes from community input, from human values.
And finance. We touched on jobs, but AI is huge there too. Fraud detection is a massive one. My student Lily was traveling for work. Her card got blocked. An AI system flagged a purchase that looked suspicious for her usual pattern. It saved her potentially thousands in fraudulent charges. Plus, those budgeting apps that analyze your spending and give personalized saving tips. My husband and I find ours really useful.
It's a powerful guardian, isn't it? AI spots patterns humans could never see, protecting millions from financial loss. And it empowers people with their personal finances. But, and it's a recurring theme, human oversight is still vital. You need to understand why the AI is making suggestions, especially for big financial decisions. Critical thinking is paramount.
Absolutely. And let's circle back quickly to agriculture. We mentioned Emily, but it's broader than that. Precision farming is the term, right? Paul uses AI on his massive wheat farm, tells him exactly where and when to water, fertilize, reduces waste, boosts his yield. Tom uses soil sensors, feeding data into an AI. It's optimizing everything. And AI-powered drones scanning fields for pests or disease, monitoring livestock health. It's transforming farming.
It really is, and it connects directly to huge global challenges, sustainability, feeding a growing population. AI helps produce more with less environmental impact. The hurdle, though, is often adoption. Helping farmers, many not tech experts, learn to trust and use these complex systems effectively. It requires training, support, and sometimes a leap of faith.
Which brings us, I guess, to the really big, maybe philosophical question. Should we actually be afraid? Could AI become too powerful, get out of control? You hear people like Elon Musk raising alarms.
It's a valid question to ask, and those warnings deserve attention. But it's important to keep perspective. A lot of the extreme runaway AI scenarios might be overblown, especially in the near term.
Mm-hmm.
Humans can stay in charge if we build AI responsibly, embed our values, create strong safety protocols, and clear boundaries. This raises perhaps the most important question. What kind of future do we actually want to build with AI? What are our goals for it?
And part of that future involves creativity. Can AI truly be creative? We see AI generating music, art, poetry now. Some of it's technically brilliant. But my husband and I listened to an AI-composed piece once. It was perfect. but it felt, I don't know, hollow, like something was missing, a soul maybe. It made me think AI might lack genuine consciousness, that spark. A student of mine wrote something that really stuck with me. In the future, machines will speak every language, but humans will speak from the heart.
That's beautifully put, and I think it captures the essence. Human creativity is so deeply tangled with our emotions, our messy lived experiences, our flaws, our ability to connect with others on that heart level. AI is an incredibly powerful tool. It can mimic patterns, combine styles, generate novelty based on its training data. But humans bring the context, the why, the ethics, the compassion, the ability to truly feel and imbue work with meaning derived from that feeling. What's fascinating here is, as AI takes over more analytical tasks, our uniquely human skills, communication, empathy, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, they become even more valuable, not less.
That leads perfectly into this idea of human-centered AI. I sort of picture the ideal AI assistant not just scheduling my meetings, but maybe gently reminding me to call my parents, or suggesting I take a walk, or even finding an interesting article related to something I'm learning.
Yes, that's exactly the mindset, where humans are firmly in the driver's seat and AI is the incredibly capable co-pilot or assistant. That ensures AI enhances our lives, helps us be better humans rather than trying to replace what makes us human in the first place. It's about amplifying our best qualities, our curiosity, our connection, our creativity. Technology is a tool, ultimately, a powerful one, yes, but it needs our wisdom, our values, our compassion to guide it effectively and ethically.
Wow. We've really covered a lot of ground today, from how AI is changing jobs to privacy concerns, the breakthroughs in healthcare, those tough ethical questions, even what it means to be creative. It's undeniable AI is woven into pretty much every aspect of society now. Huge benefits, but also, yeah, some really critical challenges to navigate. So maybe just something for you to think about as you go about your day. How are you already using AI? Maybe without even realizing it. What could it potentially help you with? And the biggest question of all, perhaps, how do we collectively make sure we stay in charge? Guided by wisdom, by compassion, and by a strong sense of responsibility for the future we're building.